hip points back up, and then slowly we're going to shift. So lift the hip points up just to come back, and then lift the left toes and see if you can grab your left foot with your left hand. If you're good here, you might continue the stretch by slowly sinking the hips back all the way up, forward. Okay, if this is too much, maybe you walk your right heel in. Another option is to come against a wall and bring your left foot right to the wall so you can kind of work your way back and forth up to the wall. We need to do a wall series. Great. Last but not least, you might flip the hand so it comes to the left arch here, and then just open up here, open up through the chest. Just an option, just trying to give different variations for different folks. Breathing deep, breathing deep, breathing deep. Notice the awareness I have through my danda, crown to tail. So again, a full body experience. We'll slowly release the left foot. Hands will come to the earth. I'll curl the toes under, lift the back knee. Send the right toes back, take a deep breath in. Plank pose. Exhale, lower all the way to your belly. Inhale, cobra, press into the tops of the feet, moving nice and slow. Listen to the sound of your breath. And exhale, release. Curl the toes under, press back up to tabletop position, all fours. And then downward facing dog, nice and slow. Enjoy the journey, how you get there. Listen to your breath. Start to get a little weird here. Surprise yourself. Feel your fingertips really pressing into the earth, stretching. Go there. Find a little more depth. And then as you're ready, anchor the right heel and send the left leg out. And then slowly bring that left knee all the way in. As you step the left foot up, lower your right knee down. So just do a little housekeeping, get your alignment, find your breath, and slowly start to open up through the chest. Walk the right knee back if you need a little more. And squeeze the inner thighs to the midline. As you're ready, right hand comes down and left toes open up towards the left side of the mat. Big inhale, think expansion. So pull the left hip crease back and open the left fingertips towards the sky. Again, inhalation means expansion, full, open, big breath, big stretch. And then exhale, bring your left, go ahead and bring your left hand over. So bring your left elbow all the way in, all the way in, all the way in and down. Elbows come to the ground, forearms to the ground. If not, maybe hands on the earth or even fingertips on the ground or a block. You can open your left foot out a little more if it feels right in your hip. Breathe deep. And then pressing into the top of your right foot for a little stability here. Keeping the shoulders full of awareness. So that just means that we bring our attention to our shoulders so they're not just clenching here. But again, we're thinking of the body as one moving part. Finding that yoga, that union. That's what allows us to go deep. And then once you feel like you're situated here, for lack of better words, soften your gaze or close your eyes and maybe bow your head. Relax the neck and breathe longer, fuller breaths. Notice where your thoughts go and notice how you feel in your chest, in your heart, in your belly. Paying attention. We'll slowly release. Take your time. Come out. Left hand's going to stay on the earth. We're going to bring the hips up and back just a bit so that we can safely come to lift the right toes up and reach the right fingertips back. Now you might not make it and you might have to pad the knee or double up on the mat here. But I'm on the front here and I'm just reaching back, just checking to see if I can grab it. If not, I'll save it for another day. Being up on a block here on the left hand does help give you a little space. And then if you feel all right here, create a little stability by opening up through the chest, lengthening through the crown. Yogi's choice to drop the hips a little deeper. But listen to your body and let your breath be that constant barometer. So we revolved the chest earlier. You might find that opening, bringing the right hand to the inner arch here, breathing deep. And then slowly releasing. Come back. Lift the back knee up as you're ready. And here we go, stepping left toes back, plank pose. Create one nice long piece from the crown to the tail, claw through the fingertips, inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. Loop the shoulders, pull the elbows back, big inhale, cobra. And then exhale, release. Nice, press up to all fours. Bring the knees into the center of your mat. And just send it back, Balasana, belly to the tops of the thighs, fingertips all the way to the back edge of your mat. Rest your forehead on the earth and allow your shoulders to get really heavy here. Awesome. Slowly take your time coming back up. Bring the hands in front, walk the knees out, and actually let's go ahead and turn to come to this side of our mat, or rather long ways on the mat. So your hands will come off the mat, your knees will stay on the mat. And then you're going to walk the knees out just a bit, a little bit wider than the hips. You're just going to check out how you're feeling here. And then if you feel good, you're going to open the toes right to left, and we're going to slowly come into a little froggy variation here. Maybe you come onto the elbows. And the breath is so very, very, very important here as you drop the heels down to the earth. And you can use a block or pillow here for your forehead or your elbows if you want to do this, outside of this practice. But just breathing deep. We're not going to be here for long, so breathe deep. Some people will be able to go a lot deeper here, but just take your time. Notice what comes up. And then take the last 3, 4, 5 breaths to go ahead and close your eyes and allow the head and the neck to relax here. Keep the feet active, please. Just a little energy in the toes. Lots of awareness in the shoulders. Breathing deep. And then this is one where you want to give up before it's over, so stick with it for one more cycle of breath. You got it, you got it, you got it. All right, from your core strength, navel draws up, and that's what brings us out of it nice and slow, pressing into the palms, walking the knees back. All right, curl the toes under, and for just a moment, you're gonna send the hips back on the heels, and you're gonna use the palms to walk up the thighs. And just knead the top of your hip crease here just a couple times. Sweet, awesome. We're gonna come forward. You're gonna walk the right knee in front. You're gonna pick the left knee up and you're gonna cross it around. So if this is new for you, take your time, peek at me. We have the right knee in front of the left. Then I'm gonna bring my toes as wide as the mat. Sorry, you'll come back to face the front of your mat. And here we go, sending the hips back, Gomukhasana, cow legs. So I love coming into this shape from all fours. That helps me quite a bit. So give it a try. Keep the toes active. Send the hips back. And then you can stay here, fingertips reaching forward. You can also tuck the chin. Maybe you bring the hands behind the back, clasp opposite elbows, open the chest. Maybe hands come to the arches. So whatever variation you're choosing today, make sure you are syncing up with your breath here. Give the thinking mind a break now and just breathe. Our practice is almost done. You're doing amazing. Bringing peace and harmony into the body because, well, you deserve it. To come out, slowly reach the fingertips forward. Lift your center up in space. Send your heart forward. When nice and easy, we'll unravel, come back to all fours, reset. You can take a cat-cow here if you like. And we'll take it to the other side whenever you're ready by bringing the left knee forward, lifting the right knee up, bringing it behind, and finding your Gomukhasana cow legs on the other side. So take it nice and slow. Keep the toes awake. Notice how this side is perhaps very different. And if, well, this is such a great shape, even though it can be a little bit of a bugger, because if you do a lot of activity, like you put a strong load on your body a lot, like say you play a sport or you do active strength training, then it's great for you. But it's also great if you don't. If you just sit at a desk all day and you're wanting to bring more activity in your life, this is just a win-win for me, in my opinion, Gomukhasana. So get down low. And find the variation on this side that works, that feels good for you today. And once again, give your thinking mind a break. Literally listen to the sound of your breath. And welcome peace and harmony, a spaciousness to your body, to your mind. You deserve it. From your center, so from your middle, so you're not just pressing your hands into the earth, but it's coming from a real place. Again, create a full body experience. Begin to roll up. And this time from here, unravel the legs. We're going to take them nice and wide. So you might, depending on where you are in your room or your space, or maybe you're on the beach. You are awesome. Just going to take the legs nice and wide, and so you can stay facing forward, or you can bring it to the side. And if you're like me, I used to try to always like prove something. I'd like want to show I could do the split. Back up off just a bit. Back up off. And take the toes up towards the sky, and the thigh bones nice and heavy. And fingertips will start to come forward and nice and slow, keeping the toes up towards the sky and the thigh bones nice and heavy. You'll begin to come forward, and maybe come onto the forearms here, maybe not. Maybe in time come lower to the ground. I highly recommend listening to the sound of your breath, but also finding soft, easy movement here that feels good. Just keep those toes up towards the sky. Thigh bones nice and heavy, and you'll be nice and safe here. Keep breathing deep. Eventually letting the crown of the head relax. And maybe even the corners of the mouth begin to lift a little bit here. This is our last stretch, so see if you can really bring the yoga part. Listen to your body, listen to your breath, your spirit. For me, deep stretch is not just about the deep stretch of the muscle, it's about creating depth in your practice. Waking up to the experience that is your body and breath synchronizing, your nervous system, calming, slowing down everything. Take a second, if you haven't already, to close your eyes and just witness the unfolding as you breathe deep. Softening through the jaw, relaxing through the shoulders. Finding the fullness and expansion as you inhale, and a softness, a surrender, maybe the heart melting down as you exhale. Notice how, by just sticking with it here, you've already begun to create more space. And if the mind is strong today, just know you're not alone. That's where you are, and that's what you're working your way through. Strong mind. Slowly bring your awareness to the space between your navel and your spine, and from there begin to slowly make your way back up. Awesome work. Bring the legs together nice and slow and come to lie flat on your back. Bring the feet as wide as your yoga mat, and let the knees, so don't hug your knees up to the chest, but keep your feet on the ground, doing something different than before. And allow your knees to fall to the right, so you're creating like a 90-degree angle, or what feels like a 90-degree angle with the legs. Breathing deep, let your hands just rest gently on your belly or your ribs. And then windshield wiper over to the left. Nice, long, smooth, deep breaths. Go ahead and bring it back to center. And send the legs out long, one at a time. Arms out gently by your side. Snuggle the shoulder blades underneath your heart space, your chest. And take the deepest breath you've taken all day, all morning, noon, or night, whenever you're practicing. Use your exhale to relax the weight of your body completely and fully into the mat. And close your eyes. And see if you can soften everything, relax everything. Take a second to notice how you feel. You did awesome work today. Repeat this practice regularly to witness the unfolding and to grow your practice. So a lot of times these heavy vinyasa classes need the backup of a nice, in-depth, stretchy, slow breath, focused practice. So repeat this one regularly. Stay here as long as you can. Otherwise, start to wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers. And bring the hands together and bring the thumbs right up to the third eye. The light in me recognizes and honors the light in you. From my heart and Benji's heart to yours. Namaste.